In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this part, which we're calling Multiview 3, and there are many different ways to make it. I'm going to choose just one somewhat arbitrarily. I think the first thing I'm going to do is make this back part here. So it's kind of like a rectangular prism with a chunk coming out of it right here. I'm going to make the rectangular prism 8 by 5. And then I'm going to use subtractive extrusion to get rid of this chunk here. So let's just start and we'll get going here. So the first thing I need to do on the front plane is to make an 8 by 5, which of course is from the 4 here and the 1 here, and I'm going to extrude out 2. So let's do that. Let me find, here we go. So I'm going to place a sketch on the front plane. It turns yellow on the perimeter, so I know I got it selected, and press N to make it normal to me. I'm going to use the rectangle tool here with a constraint on its lower left corner, and so this will be 80 and this will be 50, and it turns black, so it's fully constrained. And there's my sketch. I'll finish the sketch and I'm going to extrude in that direction by 20. And then I can get rid of the planes by pressing P, press Shift 7 to orient correctly. And I've got this big slab. Now I need to take a chunk out of it here. This is not the most efficient way. The more efficient way would probably be to make this with the line tool. But I want to show you subtractive extrusion. So this is a chunk that's 1 by 4 in the upper right corner. So I'm going to place a sketch on this face here, press N, and again I'm going to use the corner rectangle, place it here, here. That distance is 40, and it goes down 10, and it turns black, so it's completely constrained. And I'm going to choose extrude again. This time I'm going to choose remove right here, and I'm going to go through all. And so if I click this, there it goes, it's gone. So Shift 7 to get back to my familiar starting point, and there we go. So let's go back to the part here. So now I think I'm going to make this triangular base. So I'm going to put a sketch on the top plane, I guess, and make this rectangle, which, if you think about it, it goes back 2 and then another 2, and it spans the entire front of this part. So what's 4? It just comes out 4 on one side. So let's see, I could either use the top plane, or I could have put a sketch on here, but I'm going to go ahead and use the top plane. So if I hit sketch, grab the top plane, press N, and I can draw that rectangle, and it comes from here. This distance was 40, and then it came all the way to the corner, and then I'm going to finish up this triangle that way, and it's black, so it's fully constrained. And so that's what it looks like. If I get rid of the planes, you can see it a little better. So I'll accept that sketch and extrude upward by 2. Defaults to 25 all the time, so you got to be careful. Alright, and now actually I'm going to rename this as Multiview 3. Multiview 3. And Shift 7 gets me back to my familiar starting point. And so if we look at the part now, we should have only this part to make this little triangle here. So I need to find a sketch plane such that I can just extrude out 2. Let's see if there's a sketch plane available to us. If I press P, it looks like if I put a sketch on the right plane, I could extrude outward that way. So let me try that. So I'm going to place a sketch on the right plane, sketch plane on there, press N, and now I'm looking at it from the right, And so that triangle goes out 2 and up 3. So with the line tool, I'm going to start here and go out 20, or 2 units, 20. Come up here to there and come home to complete it as a closed polygon, and it turns black. And get rid of the planes. You can see I've got that sketch plane where I want it. And so just a FYI, you don't need to actually close the sketch. You can go directly to the Extrude tool and it'll close the sketch for you. And since you just made this triangle, it's going to assume you want to extrude there, so it came out 25, but I only want to come out 20. So there's 20, and I'll accept that. So that's the part. Let me rename this as Multiview 3 first. And now I need to compare its volume to the reference volume. Okay, if you don't have a material defined for the part, it'll give you this little notice. 110,000. Let's see if that is correct. It is 110,000 cubic millimeters. And so again, for these types of parts, it's just a matter of finding the right plane and making a 2D sketch and extruding out, and then you can get this to work for you. Thanks for listening.